Soundwave, one of the most loyal Decepticons under Megatron's and later Galvatron's command, is probably one of the most memorable characters from the original Generation 1 cartoon, comics, and toy line. This communications officer transforms into a micro cassette recorder, something I'll bet some of the younger Transformers fans know nothing about. And he was remembered in the cartoon for his chilling robotic monotone voice.
Generators under Decepticon control.
He carried many cassettes that transformed as well, making him a walking army. Two of those cassettes turned into the same robot but different colors. Who is Who has sparked a debate that is older than who became Cyclonus. Of course, I'm talking about Rumble and Frenzy. This started back when the various toy lines were being brought over from Japan. From Takara's Microman Micro-Change toy line, Cassette Man was released as Soundwave and came with the Gold Condor cassette named Buzzsaw. The robot cassette, Robot Micros, was released in two separate color schemes and were sold separately from Soundwave. The black and red cassette was called Rumble and came in a 2-pack with Ravage. The blue cassette was called Frenzy and came packaged together with Laserbeak. In 1986, Frenzy was re-released and packaged with Ratbat, taking Laserbeak off the toy shelves. The Marvel Comics followed with both characters in their toy release colors for the most part. Frenzy is a dark blue robot who loved causing destruction. He has a sonic attack wave which he used frequently. Rumble loves being a brawler. He was depicted as red and black, which sometimes is colored a little bit more blue than black. He can create low-frequency ground quakes around him, making him useful for the Decepticons, and also helps him create a new base of operations. When the original cartoon was being made, production notes indicate that Rumble was to be the red robot. However, there was a note at the bottom of Rumble's profile stating that Rumble's twin toy, Frenzy, could serve as a replacement. The animators probably mistook this to mean use the blue cassette as Rumble instead of Frenzy. Rumble was introduced in the first 3-part pilot episode, More Than Meets the Eye, and as you can see, he was purple and blue. He used his pile drivers regularly. In the episode Countdown to Extinction, Frenzy is introduced as the black and red robot who wants Skywarp's job. Take note that half the characters in this scene are voiced by Frank Welker. But because of the cartoon's popularity, debates raged on who was who on Transformers message boards. A fan of the cartoon, Scott Wells, came up with the acronym FIRRIB, or Frenzy is Red, Rumble is Blue, back in 1994. Of course, the counter acronym is FIBRIR, for Frenzy is Blue, Rumble is Red. Now, to further fuel the debate, the Japanese dub simply named the robots according to their toy colors. So Frenzy was the first named robot cassette to them, with Rumble being introduced in Countdown to Extinction. In the Dreamwave comics, Rumble was blue and Frenzy was red. This was the same with all of the various G.I. Joe vs. Transformers comics as well. However, in the Dreamwave profile book, More Than Meets the Eye, they chose to call Rumble and Frenzy according to their toy colors. And in the current IDW comics, both characters consistently switch colors, but for the most part, they follow the original toy line. In the new game, Transformers Devastation, Frenzy is blue and Rumble is red.
Hey, Rumble, you're not Frenzy!
Yes, I know, Big Bear 2922. It also doesn't help that in the movie, Soundwave sends out 2 red robot cassettes to jam their transmission from Perceptor and Blaster to Optimus Prime. Nor does it help that in Heavy Metal War, Rumble is shown on Teletran 1's screen and it says Red Robot at the bottom of the screen. But also take note that Megatron is shown on the screen as Thundercracker. With the toys, it's been a mixed bag when it came to naming the right one. The G2 GoBots line had a black and red car named Frenzy, and in the Alternators line, a red car turned into a black and red robot and was named Rumble. The The Diamond Select minibus statues favored the cartoon with a blue and purple Rumble with Ratbat statue, and a black and red Frenzy with Ravage statue. Takara released Rumble and Frenzy as tanks, named as they usually are in Japan, but when Hasbro planned on releasing one as Demolition Rumble, it was going to be the blue one. Unfortunately, here in the US it was cancelled. Then the Robot Hero figurines had a red Rumble that came with RC. Both Takara and Hasbro released the Masterpiece cassettes, Rumble and Frenzy, and named them according to their G1 toy colors as well. Also, in Transformers War of Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron games, Rumble was blue and Frenzy was red. They had toys to accompany them as well, making them data discs instead of cassettes, and were named according to their appearance in-game. So as you can see that while the majority of uses for the two characters favors the original toy line, both fans and Hasbro continue with fueling the confusion. Personally, for this argument, I'm indifferent. I usually stand on the Rumble is blue, Frenzy is red kind of side of it, maybe because I'm more of a cartoon fan, but there isn't much to argue about. The two characters are a tag team and can be interchangeable when paired. But what do you think? Who is Rumble and who is Frenzy? Be sure to comment below, and if you like this video, be sure to thumbs up and subscribe. In my next video, I will be diving into the origins of the Constructicons, which was going to go in a little bit more detail than this one was. So as always, until next time.